So Siege is one of the most toxic games on the market, and there is a way to deal with that toxicity without becoming an alcoholic. We have all had times where our teammates will chew us out for losing a clutch, making a mistake, or other times where someone would just team kill us out of boredom, but that doesn't always have to get under our skin. So first I'd like to introduce you to Stoicism, which is a mindset that we can adopt and it'll make us less vulnerable to toxicity. It'll keep you in a good mood when other things fail. It'll help you cope with genuine mistakes without letting people get under your skin. And it can help you prepare for problems before the problems happen. There was a time when someone flamed me for whiffing in my kill cam, and it happens to everybody. That's probably the most relatable experience in Siege that there is. But I had him send me his recording of the kill cam, and then I showed him what my replay was, and they were completely different. So his point of view showed me missing by like 45 degrees, and on my kill cam, I was missing by like pixels. You know what I mean? It was nothing. And instead of letting off, he kept pressing me and trying to get under my skin. And it was at that point he was actually just trying to rage bait me, and that is where I applied stoicism, a more stoic mindset. Um, so Epictetus said that any person capable of angering you becomes your master. So the idea is that you need to take away their ability to anger you. If you give someone the ability to anger you, they will often abuse it, ruin your enjoyment of the game, and ruin your performance in the game. The second idea is to expect frustration and be quick to recall what your mindset is when you're playing the game. Um, it is said by Marcus Aurelius, I'm sure you know him, he's pretty famous. Uh, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, etc. And that they are like this because they can't tell good from evil. So some people will try to point out mistakes, and sometimes they don't have the whole picture, the whole story. So it is really good to be able to remember and recall what your thought process is during whatever alleged mistake that you made. Um, there was a time with one of my friends where he was running Monty, and he separated off while we had sight control, and he was upset because he was asking for help and he died. I didn't help him. Instead, I was covering the diffuser because our teammate was planting, and we won the round, right? But he didn't quite understand that, and it's simply just because he didn't have the full picture. So I was able to recall what my thought process was, go in the replay even, and show him. Um, and that is a skill that not a lot of people think to have. Sometimes you don't remember why you made the decisions that you made, and it's really important to be able to do that because you can make a case and win an argument really easily. The last point I'd like to make is that you shouldn't always make a corrective action when you lose. Sometimes you're making a good play, but there was some drone somewhere peeking through the cracks of time at you, or sometimes you die, thinking a room is clear when your teammate just walked through it. And people will sometimes spectate you and take those deaths and try to use it against you and get under your skin, right? So it's important to be able to really analyze what happened before you make the corrective action. Marcus Aurelius wrote that tranquility comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, right? Now, don't get me wrong, constructive criticism really shouldn't be ignored, especially in a game as competitive as Siege, but there's a stark difference between real criticism and emotionally venting, blaming you for things that aren't really your fault, and pretty much just using you as a punching bag, right? At the end of the day, toxicity really isn't the fault of the game. It's the fault of the people, right? And they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to change. The game isn't going to change. Only you can change. And it's really important that you don't let these people have the ability to ruin your day. Um, anyway, thanks everybody for listening. If you have any feedback or personal stories you'd like to share, I'd love to read them. So don't hesitate to put them in the comments. And yeah, thanks again and have a good day.